in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello again, everybody. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, along with Dave Bontempo. We've got the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World for you. The undefeated Oskar De La Hойя, 23-0 with 20 knockouts, takes on Pernel Uitакер. He's 40-1 with a draw and 17 knockouts. So we welcome you to this big fight. As you take a look at the tail of the tape, you see a couple of things. That Pernel Uitакer is a little bit older. Oskar will have the height advantage. The weight's exactly the same. And 3 inches in reach advantage for Oskar De La Hойя. And for you countries around the world that take the metric system, you can figure that out for yourself right there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance here in Las Vegas and the millions watching around the world, this is it. The battle for pound, the best fighter in the world. From the site where legends are made, Caesar's Palace, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Now, Dave, a couple of things about this fight. Oskar has the great height advantage, and Pernel has the ability to make himself even smaller, which is smart against Oskar De La Hойя. So a lot of the fight, Oskar may spread his legs to come down to the level and of course, use that great jab. But Pernel is so quick on both his hands and his feet, Oskar could have some problems with it.
Well, and that's the beauty and the magic of putting guys together at this level. Each guy will probably have to show something here that hasn't been required. It's kind of a thought process within this fight. Uitакер, you have to worry about the speed. So De La Hойya will try to utilize the reach. Uitакer will try to get inside. And you know there will be some split-second reaction by one of these guys to find the opening and to try and parlay it. When you watch the feet, Uitакер stepping on De La Hойya's foot. When you see this righty-lefty matchup, De La Hойya wants to get that right hand lead in and the double left hook and keep his left foot outside the lead foot of Uitакer. Try to keep him in small circle.
And just as you were saying that, Dave, he took a stride with the left foot outside. He was able to land the right hand. Of course, in what looks like white trunks are actually lavender on your screen is Pernel Uitакер, and in the red trunks, of course, is Oskar De La Hойя. You know, people thought that Pernel Uitакer might be losing a little bit since it took him 11 rounds to dispatch Disambele's Hurtado in Atlantic City. But I tell you, Hurtado's a very good fighter, so even at age 33 with the tough fights that Uitакер's had, I don't think he's lost too much.
And that was an impressive effort to come from behind against Hurtado. You mentioned it earlier. It's one thing to be gliding and out front, winning all the rounds as he so often has on scorecards. But now, as a great fighter, you're given a challenge. Okay, you have to knock this guy out or you lose. And you find that element, which he did against Hurtado, and that's another level that he found and showed a lot of toughness, not just pizzazz and finesse, but he showed toughness in that last fight.
Oskar trying to unload some heavy shots on the inside, and on the far side, Pernel lets go with his left hand, and Oscar's not afraid to let go inside too. These are two very tough fighters in the ring, and outside the ring, they're two very, very nice guys. Both Olympic champions, so similar in so many ways. Look at those right hands in the face of Pernel Uitакер. And these rounds are going to be close, Dave, a lot of them, so it's important that you get a lot of touches because I don't expect there to be a lot of knockdowns in this fight. You never know, though. Oscar's a very powerful puncher, but Pernel is so slick.
Now, each guy needs to find the wild card for De La Hойя, the power. Score some meaningful shots as he has here, drive Uitакер back. And that's a big point for him, and he's already shown a lot of respect for Uitакер in the cautious manner in which he has studied before moving in. But we've seen De La Hойя blow through guys and show the power right away. Here, it's a studious type of an approach.
Well, of course, for Oskar, the words on him are, you know, a real good jab, complete boxing skills, power. He's always in fine condition. There's the bell to end round number 1. That's Joel De La Hойya, his dad, so of all the fans, you understand why he's cheering. So here we go, round number 2. What did you think of that first round, Dave?
A good power round for De La Hойya, opening up in the second half of the round. Found something at the end of that round, and he's starting this round closer to Whitaker. I think he picked up something in the second half of that round, and I'd give the edge to him in the first round.
Yeah, same here. The official judges, of course, are Chuck Giampa, Jerry Roth, and Dalby Shirley. Three excellent judges from the State of Nevada Athletic Commission.
Both of you. Now come and grab and hit. Come on, have it.
There's the quickness again of Pernnel. Oskar trying to hold him off with a jab. You want to try and get a piece of him each time, Oskar. He does with the right hand. You know, that kind of feint with the left and the right hand has been catching Pernnel. See?
Good quickness here for De La Hoya. And for Whitaker, the idea that he can use his boxing skills and just easily outpoint guys is not going to be the blueprint coming in here. He's got to face a guy coming at him. He'll have to come up with something a little bit different. And De La Hoya, the younger fighter, is trying to push the pace. And see how close he is to him here in this round as opposed to round one.
And he's found a hole for that right hand, almost clipped him with the left hand. You see Sweet Pea just dances around and makes it awkward. But Oskar doing a nice job here midway through the first round of this fight.
Yeah, De La Hoya smiling a little bit here. Realizing he almost caught Whitaker with something real good, that left hook scoring in grazing fashion. But there is something here for De La Hoya. He is setting up power shots for himself. He is working himself into position. You see the certainty with which he is advancing in this round.
Yeah, these guys are thinkers in there. They're both very, very studious guys in terms of their boxing skills. They know what they're doing in there. They time their punches. And usually when you see Whitaker throw more than one punch, he's coming in, and Oskar, you know, will feint with the left, or he'll jab you with the left and then drop the right hand. He appears to have more tools. And you know, we talked about the quickness and speed of Pernnel Whitaker, but you know, watch the speed, the hand speed, especially of Oskar. Pernnel might have quicker feet, but Oscar's got pretty close to the same speed with his hands, Dave.
And the Whitaker being 33, we've seen a little bit of a difference now as opposed to when he was coming up, and we're seeing for De La Hoya the youth being served with not only the speed, but the confidence to find room for himself. And De La Hoya doing a nice job at taking it to Whitaker thus far.
And of course, here on the West Coast of the United States, a very big crowd in favor of Oskar De La Hoya as the bell ends the second round. All right, we're coming up to round number 3. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here along with Dave Bontempo. This is sponsored by Caesars Palace, but we're actually at the Thomas & Mack Center on the campus of UNLV in Las Vegas, Nevada. In the red trunks, it's Oskar De La Hoya, who's had a couple of good rounds. Not a lot separating them, but he's landed more than perhaps what Whitaker has done here in the first couple of rounds.
And something we've been talking about, Lou Duva caught up with and really captured the essence of this fight for Whitaker. He said, don't be afraid to hurt him on the inside, realizing that for Whitaker, the battleground for this fight is going to be on the inside, not the outside like it's been for many of his fights. And he's pretty much telling Pernnel, you have to prove yourself on the inside, and that you're going to have to muscle this guy at some points during the fight, as opposed to just being the slick boxer. And that was the motivational message that Lou Duva was trying to pass along to Whitaker.
And Oskar comes right. Oskar has very big feet, and he can step on that foot, or he can go around it and then get his right hand power shot off. When he steps on it, it gets the balance off on Whitaker. But he's not doing that intentionally. He's aware of it because, you know, you're not looking at your feet. But it's just going to happen with the southpaw on the right-handed fighter. So this is a very close round at this point, too. But Oskar throwing more punches.
Work out, come on, work out.
Pernnel. There's the defense of Pernnel. Chopping left hand at the time, got the forehead.
But also the gamesmanship of De La Hoya to try to create an opening on the inside. He took what Mills Lane was giving him, a little bit of time. And then when the separation came, he went right to the body. And these are some of the little things you see the top fighters do. Look for any edge in any situation, at any level of fight that they're in.
You know, it's amazing when Pernnel comes in sometimes throwing his jab.
But don't do this. Come on, come on, come on.
It's quite amazing that Oscar's able to actually duck underneath it. Yeah, see right there, he's getting down low. There we get caught by that shot there, and they wrestle down. That's no knockdown. Mills right on top of it. This is round 3. It's scheduled for 12 rounds. At stake, the WBC Welterweight Championship of the world.
An intentional headbutt signal. We saw De La Hoya pretty much motioning the same thing himself with the way he reacted. It was his right eye.
Looks like it's a little puffy under the right eye. It's difficult to see. Maybe we get a better look in between rounds. It's a good fight, tactical fight. And Oscar really outboxing him right now, though, Dave.
Nice uppercut there by De La Hoya, and Whitaker tying him up.
Left hook, right hand. Like Lou Duva said, and you pointed out, you better get inside as the bell ends in the 3rd round, and that's a particularly good round, I think, for De La Hoya. All right, this is round number 4. The Colonel along with Dave Bontempo. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. The principals, Oskar De La Hoya in the red trunks, and in the lavender, they actually look white on your screen is Pernnel Whitaker. 2 world champions. Oscar, the reigning WBC 140-pound champ, moving up to 147 to take on Pernnel Whitaker. Oscar undefeated at 23-0 with 20 knockouts. Whitaker 40 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, and the loss that he had, he avenged. Norfolk, Virginia, with Lou Duva and Ronnie Shields in his corner. And he's just having a difficult time getting to Oscar.
He's getting the difficult time coming in, and he's paying a price every time that he gets close to De La Hoya and doesn't fire. Because Oscar can figure out the angles. He's firing the right hand in, behind, just a leaning of Pernnel Whitaker. And this is something Whitaker is not used to seeing. A guy that can make him pay for thinking about something, but also can make him pay.
What's the head to that? Come on, both of them.
Well, you know, part of the problems he had in his last fight, and I think knowing that the De La Hoya fight was coming up is why he took Hurtado, because Hurtado's a pretty tall guy too, and wanted to test him, and Hurtado pushed him into the 11th round. So, you know, this is not easy for Pernnel. He had a remarkable career as Pernnel Whitaker. He won his IBF lightweight title over Greg Haugen. Added the 135 title with a 12-round victory over Jose Luis Ramirez, as I mentioned, avenging the only loss. Other titles, the WBA 135, IBF 140, and 147-pound over a good friend Buddy McGirt.
And the loss to Ramirez tainted, creating quite a stir about the scoring disparity, and actually set up congressional hearings in the United States over that fight. And the best thing for him is that he got a rematch and showed that he was much the best in that situation. What you love seeing in a matchup like this is, okay, Whitaker, you've been an outside fighter, a boxer your whole career. Now you have to reinvent yourself a bit and become an inside fighter if you want to win against De La Hoya tonight, and that's the challenge.
And while his footwork looked very good and got the crowd's attention here, the amount of punches he's landing is just not quite enough. He's backing up all the time. Oscar, it just shows the conditioning of both men, because it's a lot of movement in this ring. Look at that, feint left, feint right, feint left, and bang, right on the nose. Oscar looked very good to me tonight, very sharp. And it's hard to look sharp against Pernnel.
Dabbling with southpaw. See how well that
lasts. About 5 or 6 punches forward the bell there, and a couple of them landed. Oscar winning them all so far.
And Whitaker did a shake and bake.
Yeah, just a little bit for the crowd. He wasn't hurt. This is round number 5, scheduled for 12. 2 great champions, Oskar De La Hойя to the left of your screen in the red. Pernnel Whitaker now sliding around to the left of your screen in the lavender-colored trunks. As I said, look for it. Oscar here throwing a lot, hasn't landed too much. Whitaker showing his defense. He caught one. He finally got a left hand through there on the chin of Oscar. the corner of Pernnel Uittakers told him, you've got to start winning some rounds, or you're letting too many slide away against a good fighter. He's prepared to let it fly. That'll be no knockdown either. Mills Lane, one of the very best referees, right on top of it.
Well, sure, if, as we're seeing it, that De La Hoya has captured the first 4 rounds, then for Whitaker to win the fight, he'd have to win 7 of the next 8. To keep his title, he'd have to win 6 of the next 8, and that's a huge order.
It really hasn't turned much, and I mean, this round might be a closer round, but it hasn't turned much.
Maybe the thing that is surprising to the Whitaker camp, to the Whitaker perspective, is the speed of De La Hoya. Whitaker has been renowned as having the speed edge in the majority of his fights. But Oskar De La Hoya has been quicker on the inside in this fight, and he's getting to the mark quicker on the inside, and that is not Whitaker's game. So it's making it doubly difficult for Pernnel Whitaker.
No, Whitaker definitely has the foot speed, but Oskar knows how to cut the ring off. He takes those little shifts to the left, he feints, and his hands look as fast as Pernnel. I say that, Pernnel lets about 3 punches go, but Oskar knows how to counter them.
And if you take away the hand speed of Whitaker, even if you say it's a push, that they equal in that regard, now you're talking about a guy 9 years younger and has taken away the biggest advantage of his opponent.
Well, Oskar loading up a couple of shots, ticketed for the head, neither land, and a couple of nice jabs by Pernnel. But Pernnel can't do much damage to Oskar when he's jabbing going backwards. And Oskar knows this. Look at that little dipsy doodle, left to right down. Nice right hand shot by Oskar. I'm actually trying to look for things that Pernnel is doing well. Defensively, he's okay, but you're not going to win this fight fighting totally defensively. He's got to open it up. And as you say, Dave, if he doesn't win this round, it's going to be tough to win this fight.
His margin for error has evaporated to near 0.
Well, Pernnel has probably added more punches in this 5th round. I can't give him a round. That's a nice round for De La Hoya again. Although one of the better rounds for Pernnel. Coming up to round 6 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ronnie Shields says get closer, throw both hands, and then land the body shot. Let's see if he can execute that against the taller Oskar De La Hoya. There's about 4.5 inches in reach for Oskar. And height and about 3 inches in reach.
And Whitaker landed a nice left hand as De La Hoya came in southpaw again. We saw it at the end of round 4 and at the end of round 5. And De La Hoya, who's been very successful as a right-hander, with a unique twist in the attack here.
Yeah,
you don't see guys succeed too well shifting in the middle of big fights like this, and especially when you're doing so well with one style.
Come on,
you know, you're so right, Dave. I don't like it when a right-handed fighter like Oskar, now he's back fighting right-handed, but what I find when a guy switches southpaw is that he loses accuracy, he loses power, and he also gets hit more. So Oskar, maybe you just want to give some of his muscles a little bit of relaxation. Look the way he holds those hands up there, kind of like the mummy.
That sometimes guys like to come out and show a different look and make the guy key on something else. But my view would be make him take something away from you first before you decide to switch.
See what's happening. Watch, he's going to get hit. I guarantee you.
And it will pour some confidence into Whitaker.
Oskar coming with a shot coming in that time. Now he's back right-handed. Whatever he was trying to do, he felt he was successful for it. But if he's smart, he'll stay fighting as an orthodox fighter.
Come on, get out. Come on, work out. Come on, work out. Here we go.
Lane's a terrific referee.
A fighter's referee, and gets right in there.
Work out. Come on.
And see how quick he separates them, but doesn't give an edge to either guy.
It's a better round for Pernnel because I think of the switching back and forth of Oskar. De La Hoya again in the red trunks, Pernnel Whitaker in the lavender trunks. With a nice right hand and a good power shot downstairs. shots in this, the 6th round.
Some more urgency here for Whitaker.
Spinning him around and hitting him, but that'll capture the eye of a judge or two. Oskar looks like he doesn't. He's got the left foot forward, but the way he's holding his hands, he doesn't look like he wants to fight either right hand or left hand. Just trying to catch shots here. Closing seconds now of the 6th round. And of any round so far, I'm going to give this one to Pernnel Whitaker. There's the bell ending the 6th. A lot of feeling in the Pernnel Whitaker report, huh?
It shows how the chemistry of a fight can change in a corner when a guy has a good round. Now there's excitement, there's enthusiasm, and there's the sense that what they're working on is coming to fruition for them. So it is a highly emotional sport. It's one so much and so often based on momentum, and a good spurt by Whitaker in round 6 prompted enthusiasm in the corner.
I'm impressed by the way Ronnie Shields is coming along. I did a lot of his fights when he was fighting for Willie Savannah out of Houston, Texas, and a good fighter in his own right, but he does a nice job as a trainer of fighters too. Ronnie Shields is good. All right, this is round number 7. Again, it's scheduled for 12. Pernnel Whitaker to the left of your screen had a decent last round.
All right, let him go.
Oskar doesn't want to see this thing turn
Here we
around.
go. Come on.
Third man in the ring, as we mentioned, Mills Lane. Oskar staying as a orthodox fighter here. Quick hand shots by Pernnel. And if you listen to Ronnie Shields, they're very pleased. Maybe they, want to drag this guy into deep water and then turn up the pace. I don't know what their fight plan is, but they gave away a lot of rounds if that is their fight plan. At least in my opinion.
I think they've given away rounds, and I think that they have hit on the idea that power is going to be the key to this fight rather than the finesse boxing, and that he has to summon that and find that.
Pernnel beginning to get the jab upstairs now, so they wrestle down this long way down. To the reaction of the crowd. Nothing dirty about that. These guys are two really good guys. That right eye of Pernnel beginning to close up a little bit, so he's backing around, sliding around to his right, giving him a better view, I suppose, in his case. Minute 13 seconds to go.
Well, there's a double jab here by Whitaker, as his effectiveness with the boxing is helping him out here.
Some people question the antics of Pernnel Whitaker, but he's not really like showing off and trying to show up Oskar. So I don't think the judges would be in any tendency to take anything away from him for the style in which he fights. He's so well known outside the ring as being a good guy, and he doesn't really taunt inside the ring. So I don't think that could be a factor anyway in the judges' score sheets. It's just how many punches can you land, my man?
I think with Whitaker, it's all about his own mechanics that he's trying to perfect with some of the acrobatics and the deep knee bends, and some work and some don't. And I think the judges will ignore it, and most importantly, Oskar De La Hойя is ignoring it, focusing on his target.
And we haven't seen the real deep knee bends. The bell ends the 7th round, and that's a fairly close round. I don't know how to score that one. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan with Dave Bontempo. Oskar De La Hойя looking to make it 24 in a row. Pernnel Whitaker looking for his 41st win. Very good boxing in this fight. Oskar cruised along through most of the first 5 rounds. The last couple of rounds have been more even. Davey and I have more or less given them to Pernnel Whitaker. But how the next few rounds go is going to determine this fight. Nobody has been down. Nobody has been shaken. Both guys have puffiness around the eyes, as you'd expect at this stage in the fight with this class of fighters. Yeah, see, Dave, I don't like Pernnel waiting like this. I mean, if he can get Oskar flat-footed at any time, he's got to attack. He can't wait. Don't let Oskar try to get off first, because when Oskar does, he's very successful.
That's what happens when you get out punched on the inside early in the fight. He tasted some of De La Hoya's power. He's a little bit wary of it, has enough respect for it. He's trying to create the ideal situation where he can hit on the inside and not get hit. Early on, Oskar De La Hoya won the inside battle, and there's the right hand lead as he catches Whitaker coming in. And from the strength factor, the better punches, the better power punches in this fight have belonged to Oskar.
Make no mistake about it, Oskar has considerable power. After all, he's got 20 knockouts in his 23 victories. But yet he's not so pushing the fight so much that he's pressing for a knockout. He just wants to outbox this guy. And then his last time out, Oskar went 12 rounds over Miguel Angel Gonzalez, so he can go 12.
And the threat of power is often as good as the power itself. He came in, established inside position on Whitaker in this fight, and made Whitaker a little bit wary about jumping in. And here again, he makes Whitaker pay for the miss.
And you see the frustration in Whitaker. This is short, crisp right hand on the jaw of Pernnel. And if I'm Pernnel Whitaker, I'm just a little bit frustrated right now.
Now here's a guy that not only has some good power, but deceptive foot speed on the inside against him. We think the angles are going to be there, and they're not. And Whitaker's used to catching guys in whatever angle he wants to throw punches on. And here's Oskar De La Hoya, equal to some of Whitaker's great hand and foot speed mechanics.
Well, you wonder how much longer that Pernnel can continue at this level. He's 33 now. His fights seem to be a little more difficult, but look at the guys he's fought. And De La Hoya undefeated, certainly one of the great pound-for-pound guys in boxing today. So you just wonder. Pernnel at a different stage in his career as the belt ends the 8th round. I'm hard-pressed to give that to anybody but De La Hoya. All right, here we go. This is round number 9. Las Vegas, Nevada. Oskar De La Hoya out in front of this fight against a very, very good champion, Pernnel Whitaker. At stake, the WBC welterweight championship for the world. Oskar moving up to 147. Now he hangs on. Mills wants to make sure it stays clean. Heads came together. And, of course, you can see the frustrating of Pernnel. Oscar's slick, though, driving him crazy.
Yeah, you're seeing Whitaker trying to be the muscle guy instead of the finesse guy. And frustration for him, and De La Hoya is moving up to his weight class and showing not only the speed of a lighter weight class, but enough power to be in a good position at 147. And what's absent from Whitaker, we haven't seen combinations at all from him.
Yeah, well, Oscar's been able to smother them on the inside, and he's used the jab pretty well on the outside. And while most of the time Pernnel has been dancing around, that time he came in, he's been dancing backwards a lot, catching a lot from Oskar. Oskar up on the toes again, showing his conditioning here in round 9. Remember, this is scheduled for the championship distance in 12 rounds. That's the first time I've seen in this fight where he actually bent all the way down. And all you got to do when he does that is kind of get down and hit him on top of the head, and you can knock him back.
Yes. And
it's a knockdown. I've never seen that happen, by the way, because he does it so well. But can you imagine how strong his legs must be to be able to pull that up? I don't care how short he is.
On the other hand, when do you really see it work for him? It's just one of those distracting things that he does, and he has the speed to get away with it.
Look at the size of his thighs, his legs, calves. Tremendous leg strength and quickness. But all of that's sort of defensive stuff. Not enough offense tonight for Pernnel at this stage. Will that be scored as a knockdown? Will that be scored as a knockdown? Yes, it is.
Gloves hit the canvas.
Yes, they sure did.
As he went lefty. We've talked about this. He gets caught in between. He gets nailed. And the southpaw style betrays Oskar De La Hoya right there. And Whitaker's smart enough to take advantage of the switch.
Well, I tell you, Mills Lane was right on top, and I can't wait to see it in between rounds because caught in the switch is exactly what we talked about earlier in the fight. It's too dangerous. This guy doesn't have to fight southpaw. And he get caught, and that gets Pernnel, by the way, back into the fight. You get a 2-round fight here, rather a 2-point round here. Although look at this, Oscar battling back. Look at this, they love it. The bell sounds, ending the round. Wow. So if you give the 10-8,
it's enough to make that maybe a 3-point swing. You can make the argument that De La Hойя was winning the round before that, but the judges often just make it a 10-8. So you're talking about maybe a 1-point advantage for De La Hойya in that round, becoming a 2-point edge for Whitaker, a 3-point swing.
Yeah. Now you remember, folks, judges don't have to if they think De La Hойya was winning that round. Otherwise, they could score it to still a 10-9 round. But it's very unusual that judges will do that.
The safe play is always 10-8, and you know it's just something that more often than not that's how it gets scored. So Whitaker has moved himself back into the fight, and the De La Hойya prior to that, like playing poker against a guy that doesn't extend himself too much. He's very patient. That was the first mistake he made, and Whitaker made him pay big.
And let's make it clear, too, Dave, for our fans at home, that anytime anything but the soles of your shoe hits the canvas, unless it's a slip, and that's a referee's discretion. Anytime anything but the soles of your shoe hit the canvas, in other words, a glove or knee or anything, it's a knockdown.
And that knockdown, more the product of De La Hойya being off balance and then just being touched in the scoring area just before his glove touched the canvas.
And so then, of course, the feet were all tied up too, which added to it. So, anyway, we're in round number 10, and an interesting fight halfway through this 10th round. And Pernnel Whitaker needs this round desperately. Backing off, he needs to set up some offense here. Swings those hands back and forth. He's thrown his jab properly, driving up that back foot, but he always working for angles, Dave, which is the right thing to do. But Oscar's quicker than most people really give him credit for.
And he's been deceptively quick in this fight, getting inside the Whitaker jab and then scoring. So he makes Whitaker think, I can't afford to make a mistake with my jab. He makes Whitaker accountable.
Just some of the hand speed of Oscar. Right before that, you saw a real good left hand that he bounces the head back to Pernnel. De La Hойya kind of feints him and backs off and brings him in, but unleashes a lot of punches, as does Whitaker. But I think that the best of that was gotten by Oscar De La Hойya. 28, 27, 26 seconds ago, and this is the 10th round, scheduled for 12. You know, Pernnel's landing some punches in this round, but it's going to be tough to give him the round because Oscar's landed a lot too. And this is a key round now where he picked up a couple of points in the last round. Look at this. And right back comes Oscar. And the crowd likes it at the bell.
He likes his own momentum there.
The last 2 rounds important for both fighters, though. Oscar can't afford to give him away. 3 points different, 2 rounds to go. Here we go. De La Hойya to the left of your screen in the red. Pernnel Whitaker in the lavender trunks facing you now.
Whitaker has to be happy that he was able to pull himself back into the fight with that knockdown and make himself a viable threat. And that 10th round, even if it's a split, doesn't do him too much.
Yeah, and it very well could be a split, Dave. So I'll let you fans at home understand that this could be a little bit closer than what I have. I don't think so. I can only call it the way I see it. Not too much action here in the 11th. Both guys need this round. Oscar to solidify his win. Whitaker to make it a real close fight. Oscar's changed up a bit, fighting from outside now. He probably figures he's ahead, and all he has to do is just look good for the judges.
He's trying to protect the lead is basically how that's going. And some guys can perfect that style, and some guys lose all their rhythm when they do that. Their offense disappears, and they end up giving away rounds. Sort of like the prevent defense in football
right
in the United States.
Well, you see Whitaker trying to turn it up a bit here.
Come on.
Oscar had that slip, and now he's gone after him again. I don't know how much of that's showboating and how much he felt it.
That one I'll go for the showboat angle for Whitaker there. And what it did, though, is De La Hoya saw a little delay in Whitaker's reaction, and he jumped on top of it. It's good for him to get that aggression back. The problem, if you fight as if you've got the lead and this fight is in the bag, you don't have a guarantee that you have those rounds in the bag. You don't know that.
That's for sure.
So it's a faulty assumption to make. And I'm surprised he goes back to lefty here after being dropped.
One step back, both of you.
I would like to see him get that out of his repertoire altogether. Back fighting as a southpaw here. He gets nailed. He tries to unleash a left hand.
I mean, it does open up the right hook for you if you want to become a lefty and you get a weapon that you would not otherwise have. But you got to try that in less important fights. You can't be at this level going back and forth if you're not a master of the switch.
Meanwhile, look at this action here. The crowd getting into it. De La Hoya back up on the toes. Feints left, feints right. Gets a jab out into Whitaker trying to nail it with that left hand. Instead, Oscar comes flying with his right. 12 seconds to go, 11, 10 seconds to go in the round. Oh, man, look at this. Guys are going at it. Last 2 or 3 rounds, Dave, the last 10 or 15 seconds of each round have been sensational as the bell ends the 11th round. And this is dead.
And 3 more minutes.
They touch gloves, and here we go. The last 3 minutes of this fight. We're in championship territory, the 12th round. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Dave Bontempo. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are bringing it to you. Oscar in the red, Pernnel in what looks white, but is lavender. Oscar out in front unofficially. The official judges, by the way, are Chuck Giampa, Jerry Roth, and Dalby Shirley. All State of Nevada Athletic Commission judges, and all very good judges. So get a fair shake here one way or the other.
Now, showing some magic from the early part of the fight, coming after Whitaker again. And sometimes guys find a little stamina, just adrenaline for the last round, and they can pour it through. The dangerous rounds might be 10 and 11. But for De La Hoya, we'll see some combinations come back for him. And he's getting on top of Pernnel Whitaker here. And trying to let the hands go. The jab starting it off with Whitaker in the circling mode.
And the chance started to go sweet pea, and then all of a sudden Oscar took it away from the crowd in a hurry. But Sweet Pea has got to do more than he's doing in this round if he's going to win the fight.
Interestingly, last round, we thought De La Hoya was fighting like he was trying to protect the lead. And when you look at Whitaker fighting this round, it looks like he is trying to protect the lead, which nobody told him he had. But the way he's fighting is to protect something. On the outside, not engaging. And De La Hoya is pushing the envelope here.
Yeah, Oscar's fighting like he needs the round. And he may, because you never know when you have some fairly close rounds. I think Oscar won this fight in the first half of the fight. A nice right hand on the chin that time. Oscar still, both of these guys are strong for the 12th round. Oscar was down in this fight back in the 9th round. He touched the canvas, and to that point he was cruising along with points, and then Sweet Pea got right back into it. A little bit of a low blow that time. 40 seconds to go in the fight. But with the points that Oscar built up in the first 5-6 rounds, things are looking pretty good for him. Both guys have puffiness around the eyes. 25 seconds to go now in this fight.
One step back. Come on, Pernnel. Come on, Oscar. Let him go. Come on, don't do that.
This has been a definitive final round for De La Hoya. And, you know, when you're cruising along like that, we talked about after round 4 that all he needed to do was put a couple rounds in the bank, and this fight should be his, and he certainly gets round 12.
There's that move, and again, how dangerous it is, and that's the bell ending the fight. Well, if you're giving, and I agree with you, the last round to Oskar De La Hojya, I scored at 116 to 111. So we'll have to wait and see how the judges have it. Interesting fight from the get-go. I think Pernel didn't get, I don't know exactly what the word I'm looking for is, but he just didn't get into it effectively. He was in the fight, but not effectively in the early going, and then he opened up a little bit, and then the surprise knockdown that came in the 9th round really got him back into the fight. But Oskar closed the show pretty good. He might be able to give another round to Sweet Pea along about the maybe the 10th round, or maybe even the 11th round. I don't know.
I think that De La Hoya's power prompted respect from Whitaker early on and changed things. There was a headbutt early on which threatened to make things bad, but fortunately both guys got through that. Yeah, the righty-lefty matchup with the heads is always a danger. Early, De La Hoya effective power-wise on the inside. And that was a point in the fight that Whitaker never really seemed to recover from. It took a break that he got when De La Hoya shifted to southpaw that changed it. All the shaking and all the baking. I don't think that Whitaker could cook up those cards any differently now.
He wishes he could. Well, Michael Buffer is gathering up the score sheets, and as soon as he has it, you'll know. And another nice night for Oskar De La Hojya. He may be on his way to winning another championship strap, the 147-pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards by way of Caesar's Palace. Here is the Budweiser scorecards. Chuck Champa scores the bout 115 to 111. Jerry Roth has it 116 to 110. And Dalby Shirley scores it 116 to 110 for the winner by unanimous decision and new welterweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oskar De La Hojya.
So a big thrilling night for Oskar De La Hojya as he adds the 147-pound WBC title to his repertoire. The judges 115 to 111, 116, 110, and 116, 110. And we had it, Dave, unofficially 116, 111. So we're all right in the book. Great night for Oskar.
Yeah, a strong start, strong finish, good power on the inside.